Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Oh gosh, that is space. Like you want to kill me, girl.
How you mean, but we have to keep the body in our order. And if we want to keep the man, we have to have stamina.
Saying that, when saying so, I have a bacchanal to hit you. And you know Alana from Bella?
Yeah, I think so. You mean Alana who used to deal Kevin from Bella, from the Bay. About 8 years now?
Yeah, she says. I bunk up in a private zest. And you know when they drink rum, the tongue is loosened.
Like I have to sit down for this one, girl. Let me walk over by the bench today.
Seeing that, there you.
So you're saying it bunks up Alana in a private zest? Kevin was there?
No, girl. She was with her girls.
Yes, Shanak. Well, let me hear this bacchanal now.
Yeah, girl. So when I see Kevin, I went and asked Alana for him now. So she started telling me everything.
Like she was real drunk with Tabanka.
Tabanka is joke. Alana say she was getting a bad vibes. So she asked Kevin what was going on because he ain't touching she a few weeks now.
You lie.
Yeah, girl. So she tried to loosen him up, set the mood right, and put on some sexy lingerie and thing, but that didn't work.
You lie.
Yeah, girl. So when she do so, she started cuss him out. She run mad and started cuss him out and slap him up because she just couldn't understand what was going on.
What madness? So he take all the cuss and slap?
Yeah, and he leave the house just so in a haste.
What you really saying? Well, I hope he leave the house with the phone and all that his. Yeah, honey. I come in just now there. So, what you was going to tell me before my man called?
Yeah, girl. The universe, it was on Alana's side. Yeah, and when Kevin gone in her ears, he leave the phone right there.
Oh, Lord.
So, you know, she could pick it up and run through it. And while running through, she could have almost catch a heart attack. You know, she's seen a set of pictures and videos of Kevin and other girls.
Don't make joke now. So, what you're saying is X-rated videos and pics?
Yeah, girl. Come, girl. Let me hit you this last piece of bacchanal before it is you go. I know you have to go in it. But here now, you know what hit you the hardest? It's when she going through them pictures and videos. It's to see a girl pop up on WhatsApp showing a picture of a positive pregnancy test saying he responsible.
Don't make joke now. Pregnant, you say?
Yeah, girl.
My heart would not take that to know after we together for so long.
Well, I didn't get to hear the rest of the story because she had to bust out.
But anyhow, we take it.
That is bacchanal.
Yes, good night, good night, good night. So, it's bacchanal tonight because we want to know why a woman must bend backwards to keep a man. So, all the ladies on the inside, let us know if it is you go a mile and extra for your man, if you bend, if you flip, if you twist. Right, so on the inside we have Abby representing the UK as usual, and we have Sonali as well on the inside. So we're going to get down to this. So Abby, if I bend backwards for a man, girl.
Well, bending backwards metaphorically. Yeah, I mean, we all do things to keep them either satisfied, comfortable. And we do
So what?
extra, and remember they have options, so we just have
So
to
what are
do.
some of the things that you would have done to keep the man?
Well, as Shanakwa say, you have to keep the body right with the stamina and stuff. Personal care. What else? House clean, cook. Make sure you can cook real good, because food, man love the food, So if you can't cook, you have to get there somehow. And other stuff and then some, Can't really put my finger on it, but yeah.
All right. I come in to hit you back with that cook and that clean and stuff. So Nali, what have you ever been backwards for your man? You went the extra mile.
Yeah, for one maybe, yeah. I've been
For one
to
maybe.
was,
Right.
change exactly who I was, pretend to be somebody that I'm not, and then it was like do all of that for a waste of sperm. So
So Vanessa is on the inside, Ivy, long time. So she said things you wouldn't normally think to do just to keep them. So I want the ladies to list some of the things that you wouldn't normally do just to satisfy the man. Now, Abby, to be honest, if it is you're in a serious relationship, cooking, cleaning, washing, I mean, that is like basic things, right?
Yeah,
Everybody
just
should be a part. Yeah,
I
those
get
things
that.
we should list them when we're talking about keeping the man. That is something that those are parts of our duties, right? Or even the man, yeah. So I wouldn't even add the cooking. Now, as one thing, if it is the food and tasting good, or it is looking presentable, that's a whole other thing by itself, right? So, yes, we know the men love their bellies. What I will say if you want to go the extra mile is if it is you maybe don't know how to make a particular, his favorite treat or maybe dish, then he might try, and that would be you going the extra mile, maybe. But outside of that, the cooking on a regular. So some of the things ladies wouldn't normally do. So Sonali was saying, she changed some things. What are some of the things, you change to adjust to keep the man satisfied?
Oh, boy. You see the makeup and the eyelash and the fingernail? Them that like it a lot. And they wouldn't mind paying to keep them on. I hate that. I would do it
Okay.
once in a while as a treat. But to have it done every week because they like it. The makeup, the wig, the weave. Some women have to stay in an order, because that's what they like. I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. But what is something that you've done that you wouldn't normally do?
Oh, all right.
Sonali, still thinking?
Sonali, looks like she have some good juicy story.
I tried to bring it to the forefront because I tried so far back in my mind so that, I would try and forget it. So I tried to bring it to the forefront.
You throw it to the back. Why you throw it to the back?
Because I am that type of person. Once I don't want to remember something, I don't care about it anymore, I throw it to the back and I automatically forget after sometimes. So
Okay, so
I'm trying to,
it wasn't a good bend, in other words.
yeah, it wasn't a good bend because I get the shitty
Okay,
end of the
okay.
stick at the end. At the end, so
Yeah.
once I don't get in the good end of the stick, back you go.
Okay, okay. So now we have a situation where sometimes women they bend, they may change some things and then they felt like it, it's all for nothing. Right? What's this line saying? When the man is worth it, where it go and we have to wait for that. Something with the man being worth it all, I guess it's okay to bend. Right now, the thing about it is, if it is, for me, if it is we having a serious relationship and we decide that we're going to be committed, both persons should be bending. It's not supposed to be the woman alone bending. That's just my thing. The men need to bend too. We can't be twisting with spine and then you straight like a pin, moving along with life normal. With it all, it's important. All right. Now, it's one thing to know, that's why some people don't go full out at the beginning of relationship, right? Some persons do not go, well, here Lion goes. I don't know if you're reading my mind or something. All right, so Vanessa, wear clothes that you don't normally wear just to please him. Change how you speak or hold back what you think. I think the only thing some women may attempt to do is hold back what they think. That is the only thing. Hold back what you think. Have you ever did that before? Hold back what really on your mind and then
Yeah.
say nothing.
Yeah, because
Sonali.
it would
Yeah.
cause argument.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that definitely for sure. In terms of clothes wearing, have you ever changed what you wear for a man?
Yes, mini skirt, dress, high
No.
heel shoes, stockings, them kind of stuff.
Right.
I don't know. Some men just be turned on by wearing stockings and high heel for some reason. Some of them.
Yes, some of
Yeah,
them. Have
they
you
are
ever
rare.
had to do that? Did you have to do that
High heels and
before?
stocking. Yes, I had a chest full of high heels that I haven't picked out myself. So it was bought to me
Oh.
as a surprise, and I'm not really a high
A
heel.
high heel
Yeah,
and
I don't
stockings.
dance. I don't really dance in high heels, so I get used to my flat foot on the ground. So trainers and
Right.
club shoes. So
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
wear these 6 inch
Like,
clubbing heels.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I know, I understand where you're at with that one because sometimes for me, like if I like to just throw my flats and be on the move, right? So I know sometimes I'll see, step out and maybe I'll put on a little heels and stuff. But for me on a regular day, I want to throw my flats and just be on the move. Quick is the word with me when I going out. But I guess if it is you're going to a dinner or you're going to a dance, a nice dance, you can afford to put on those heels. Yeah? Because you want to have a different look too when you're stepping out with the man. I mean, it's just
Fair
so much.
enough.
It's not like every night, it's not every night. Good night,
Cinema
you.
is
Good night.
going to the cinema is not a high heel moment. You know?
Well,
Going
some you will be surprised of
really.
the amount of heels you'll see. Some girls do wear heels to go to the cinema.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, some girls do.
This
All
girl.
right, so we say I'm not giving what I'm not getting. And Sherlyn is saying if he is a prize, you will do what you need to do. So, Lion, what are some of the things you think ladies need to do to keep the man, since you are the man on the inside? Now, one thing I think what's happened, like especially with black women, we have this thing of maybe answering back. It's hard for us not to answer back and speak our minds. So
Stay
sometimes that is we are
yeah.
yes, we are very vocal. So I mean sometimes that is a little challenge there. Now if that change a little bit, maybe yes, we'll be able to, avoid the argument. The man may feel like, oh God, this woman always quarreling, or bringing up something, that kind of thing. And I think that's one of the things that men leave relationships for, or turn to another woman. And as we say last night, they might even turn to another man, right? Because last night when we talked about the giving and taking of phone, we didn't put the man inside. So Nali, you think you're able to deal with that? A man horny with an ex-man?
Once the man he horned me with is not cuter than me. Horn me with an ugly man. I could handle it if you know what an ugly man.
Trust me, it would be.
And he can be real ugly too. He just had to be an ordinary ugly. You can't horn me with a pretty guy and don't horn me with an ugly guy who like real ugly, because you go hurt my ego. Horn me with an ordinary mediocre person who could be like whatever. I can handle that.
What is that exactly like? Whatever with a man? Because I think, to me, on the whole, if it is again,
if you put me next to the man, it's just like an ordinary person. Like, nah, but you can lead us pretty good.
You know that how these fellas don't get down like that these days.
No, you see, like the BTS pretty, the pop occasion pop BTS. Don't hold me with them type of pretty, and don't hold me with no Bobo Shanti or something. That's thing for me to stab you. I will slit your throat. Don't hold me with things like that. You hurting my ego.
I feel like I know that I don't care what, if the man strong, weak, looking normal or not. I don't think that is something I'll be able to handle. Like, really, I don't care if the man look ordinary, if it's a whatever, if it's a man on the side of the road.
Nah, and because they're coming out so much, you can be like, whatever, yes, I could get another man or whatever. But the moment your girls, your friends, people, family, your co-workers find out like, guys, if she get on with a man, and worse yet, he looking better than she. No. That's time for me to live the rest of my life with a paper bag over my head.
Yes.
So then what we
definitely.
ladies must do in order to keep them.
Shouldn't say every and anything.
Say what?
Every and anything.
We need to specify.
Every and anything.
Can't be every and anything. It has certain things and limits and boundaries.
Exactly.
So you need to know exactly what we need to do. We know on the top of our mind what we need to do. Keep the body in shape, the skin in order, but the hygiene. We will cook, we will clean once we live in together or something. So, or even if maybe not, we make sure we go out with you, look topper, that we complement one another. We need to know.
What about when it gets to the bedroom?
Yeah, and
right.
Dangling places that is not hygienic. I'm not going to degrade myself for any and everything.
So I have a question, right? Ladies on the live, right? Now I know everybody is not okay with anal, right? Do you think you will go that extra? Because some women are not comfortable with it. If it does a man say, I want to do this, will you go that extra to keep him?
Honestly, I would. Once I am not in pain and you know exactly what you're doing and how you're doing that, because I've heard stories of people saying that it's real painful and all kind of thing. I don't want to be in a moment of pleasure and then all of a sudden it's pain like that. This is not the type of BDSM that I am into. I'm here for the pain and pleasure, not strictly pain alone.
Right.
Once you know what you're doing and I'm open-minded enough to try and experiment, yeah.
Okay. And you have to, that's another thing to remember. We're talking about feeling comfortable enough with the person. You have to trust the person. Good night, Kavir. Good night. Yeah, you have to trust the person in order to even go out to know if it will be painful or not, to trust the person that they actually know what it is they are doing. Because some might say, yeah, I know I doing. And then when it's done, you feel like you could call the ambulance one time, or you've done 6 feet under. And that is not a type of feeling you want to have when it's supposed to be pleasurable. There's pleasurable pain, and then, of course, we know that there's just regular pain. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'll be shaking her head. I ain't going down that road. And I
No,
know some people don't believe in that being hygienic either. But I mean, what are we going to do? So one thing, definitely men like is when women respect them, when they listen, when they believe that they actually giving them an A, that they could talk to them about any and everything at any point in time. Just as they might be able to talk to the boys, the fellas, they could talk to the woman. Right? Sure, and they say no limit in 2022. So,
I have
Lion,
been
are you
seeing.
are you are you limitless in 2002? 2022? I say 2002. Are you going to be limitless in 2022, Lion? Because they say no limits.
Well, it have
How
some new.
far?
Sorry, it have some new stuff people are doing now to enhance their bedroom activities, and these new stuff they come up with that I recently found out.
Mm-hmm.
No, at least
So what
probably
are
for
what are some of what
generation.
are some of these things you're talking about that you don't think you'll feel comfortable with?
Um, it have one called um something I call rainbow, something rainbow.
Oh yes, I actually read that. It actually have a book. I've read that some years ago. And that rainbow is actually basically the time of the month and the
Oh,
guy, and then the girl like performs like lick it like a lollipop after like normal and stuff
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yes, apparently that is a thing now. It's
It has
becoming a
been out
norm.
there. Yeah, it
That's
has been
it.
out there. I actually read it in a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
But
read it.
it's becoming normal because you keep hearing it now. Even though it was out there a while now, it's been,
It's
laid
more
low for a
popular.
while. It has been
Yeah, that
coming popular
rainbow.
for some reason.
Mhm.
Ew.
ew.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that that's
Agreed.
And
what.
it's a thing. It's actually a thing. They talk about it. It
Yeah.
how how ugh. Mm-mm. I am not going to. That is one limit. No.
You're not going to break no you're not going to
No
cross
way.
that limit.
And mm-mm.
Are there any ladies on the live who will be doing any rainbow
Stuff.
stuff? That alone, I mean, that will tell a lot about the woman, I guess. I really believe it will tell a lot about the woman. Um, so what else again? What else again do you think you don't think you'll be able to? I'm
What?
saying life is short. So some woman, do you think that, okay, if it is your man, say, hey, what, I feeling like I want to have a threesome, or how much ever he wants to add to the mix. And he said that's what will keep him. Are you open to having another person join in?
I don't know about
Tonight?
that, but I know there are places that you buy a ticket like you go into a cinema and you just take your clothes off
Mm-hmm.
and join in the bunch. If you, I mean, I would give you access. Go on then have fun. No, I don't like to share. I'm greedy, so I
Yes,
don't think, and I don't think nowadays. Well, I should say the typical man wouldn't want to add another man to the mix. They will want to add
no,
another
I'm talking
woman.
about yes, so that's what I'm asking. Are you open to adding another woman? Finally.
So what we're gonna do? Take turns, stand there. You ain't touching me.
So ladies on the live, your man says, say what? I feel like we need to add somebody to the mix, once in a while. Are you open to bringing another woman in the bedroom?
Yeah, what? I have a couple of wigs there and some different outfits. You tell me which ones you feel is better
Ooh.
tonight. My little puss, I have been told that I am very I change
That's a
personalities
different
very
situation.
often. So let me know as to which one of these girls you want to be added to the mix. No
Ooh,
problem.
nice. Now
All
that is a
right. So you're
spicy
going
to
to.
So
add.
you're getting
Yeah.
that's how you're getting your three. Three, four,
All
five.
right.
How many of them you want me?
You're
Line them.
you're doing it. All right. All right. All right. Personality is not sharing. Tell me what you're feeling for, and I will perform that role for you. So Vanessa is lost about the rainbow thing.
Vanessa
So
dear.
Kaylin is saying, well, as a man vibes changes, the ladies will change around him. Right. So when the man wants, all right. So Lion is saying,
You
depends on what
see?
the man wants. They
So
will
we have to
just
bend
get the
backwards in
woman
order
to suit
He
that
mean
particular. Right.
he mean like that the woman, the partner will change her vibes to suit or other ladies that you change the
Yeah.
people.
So if it is the woman and changing, the people will change. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
Vanessa doesn't understand the rainbow. So think about that time of the month, right? You have sex, then you need to have some girls right after they might decide, hey, what we're gonna lick that off because they decide they want to taste their own juices. So they actually, it wouldn't be regular juice. It will actually be that red flavor. It will be a red flavor. That's what it will be. That's the rainbow, right? That's the rainbow. That's the
Yeah.
rainbow there.
I
Yeah.
think I need to mix a
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I
so
am
I think there are actually some women that do change. I mean, yes, they have women who change the way that they dress. They may know the woman to maybe be dressing as what they were called modest before. Or they may have been out there, hot shorts, then looking hot, and then all of a sudden one set of baggy clothes because the man don't want no other
yeah.
man looking at the woman. Right? And
So
the woman changed the way that they dress because the man say don't wear that or wear this. And that it does happen. It does happen. Anybody was ever in a relationship like that really and truly where the man tells them, what to wear or what not to wear, or maybe even when to wear it or where to wear it.
hmm.
Because it's a
Tanya
women who
is
actually
what
are in
wearing.
relationships like that.
Yes, it do.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It
I think
do.
for me, the guy can make a suggestion and say, I like Survivor Sophie in this or something, but don't tell me what to wear. Like, if you say, okay, for we going to a dinner, I like this type of
Mm-hmm.
dress, or I like this type of outfit that you have, or this type of heels. Yeah, you could do that. But the moment you come with, you have to wear so. Use my parent or something and dressing me, I still am purpose. Because I am capable of dressing myself from since I was like 1.5. So, but if you be polite with it, even if you say, I like so, or you say it in a different way, like, you could wear this and we could handle. And I have no problem in bending over backwards to do that because I know that is what is pleasing to you.
Mm-hmm.
But
To
that's,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, it have some men might say, I don't want you wearing this if it is I'm not around. So let us say you have your dress, your nice fitted dress, heels, maybe a back outside,
That
and then it's saying, nah,
I could
you can
handle
handle that.
but it depends on what type of clothing it is, and I have to know myself too. You can say that like, okay, I'm not comfortable with you wearing the batty riders, and then while I'm not around, you just out with your girls or you're about in this batty rider. I don't know what could happen to you. It's for your protection, and you had to think about that too. We could understand
Right.
that, but don't be like you have to. No, I'm not your
Okay.
child. I am your partner. Talk
Mm-hmm.
with me. Don't talk to me.
Ah,
So
that's
we are saying, nope, nope. Sex, yes, but I'm not tasting anything. Men always have choices, remember, so does the woman. King. Yes. But for me, I think that now the choices of men is very limited. Here's why. Now we already have more women than men. That's one. And then we have the men who are attracted to men. So we don't only have female competitors, we also have male competitors too. So the men is not much to really choose from when you think about it. Yeah, it's not
So
much
what?
to
We
choose
just gonna
from.
stick to what we get? No.
No,
Ew.
I'm not saying we're going to stick to what we get. I'm just
It just
saying that
becomes
our choices, we don't
it just
have
becomes
much to, yeah, right? Lion is
Why
saying we
you
are
are
the
the prize,
prize.
Lion? Why I can't think that I'm the prize? You know, I'm the nurturer.
Uh,
I give life. I supposed to be the prize. Know what I mean?
well, actually, the both parties give life because without the sperm, there wouldn't be,
Fair enough.
so we both give
But
life.
9 months of torture, I think I need more attention. You know? 9 months of torture.
Well, girl, you have to talk to the creators because, I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that, right? I think that it has some moment. I said, I wish if it is the man could have make this carry this child for 9 months. But I mean, really and truly, that is just not how it is. Unfortunately, it's just not how
So
it is. So we have to live with that, right? But I think on a whole, both parties supposed to be able to, when it's time to go the extra or to go the distance, it must be two. It must be on both sides, not no one-sided street kind of vibe.
what about when bending over isn't enough? Either he get bored or he need probably some Indian food or some Spanish food or you know. Then what is he gonna do? And you've been bending all how left, right, center to make sure that he keeps on the straight and narrow. What what's
but
what's what's gonna happen then?
but Abby,
To keep one straight and narrow.
that's when you're supposed to realize, okay, well, I am putting out 110% and more to keep you, and you're still not satisfied. Well, how much more could I put out? You can't pour from an empty cup. So
Exactly. You can't. You really, really can't. Right? So, I mean, if it is as we discuss, relationship go, when it getting into the relationship, what the man looking for, so Nadia, she say she have her different ways. What you want me to speak Spanish now? All right. I'll do all of that too for you. If you want me to step like them, I will step like them for you. I just won't bleach my skin. Will anybody bleach their skin
no, hell
for
no.
the man? Or adding breast implants or butt implants? Because it have some men, they're attracted to a certain look and they want the woman to change part or add in implants. Are
Then
you going to
why are you with
are you
me?
going to do that?
If
See?
that is what you want, then why are you with me? Honestly and truly. If it
I
is
So
could
the
die
like
on that
same.
table.
it's something natural, you do squats, you increase the butt and whatever, okay, but you want me to go under the knife for you, for something that you like, and we ain't even talking about what kind of health risk you put in me at. And when it is I'm in pain and suffering, you on the outside or somewhere else. So
But you all know there are women who go forward with these implants and different surgeries just to please the man. Lion is saying he will eat what he wants when he wants. Papa, yo. So you're hearing that.
See?
The
So what sense
man,
does it make
Papa laps.
when even though you're feeding them what they want, 1 minute
Exact.
they ask for roti, next minute ask for shack and bake. You know what I mean? And then he decides to go somewhere. What's the point? Are we bending backwards when they have so many options to choose from? Different size, different color, different height. How can you win? How could you have the marriage that your great grandparents had? You know, a long lasting one
well,
till the end. Is it
no, the
even
thing about it
possible?
is, right, Abby, we talk about our great grandparents. But do you really know all that your great grandparents did? Like, I
Um,
mean,
no,
do you get it?
I know all
From
marriages
generation,
down. Yes.
they do, and sometimes it includes the home, but the wife stays, she doesn't leave. Because
Exactly.
she knows that
Right.
she's not a matter of not having a choice. Some of it would have been, hey, I know I ain't giving up what I have here. I already have children. Nobody's supposed to be coming from the outside to get what it is I have. And
I
that's
think back
why,
then we had a choice.
well, now the difference is women are maybe more, educated. They are maybe taking a stance. It have some women, they weren't, I mean, I guess it would have been educated in that sense back then to a certain extent. But now, even now, it have some women wouldn't leave because they know what they're going to get in the long run. And they wouldn't leave. It's not, they choose to stay. Women choose to stay, no. Women choose to go back. Women choose to leave. I mean, I believe we always have a choice. Sometimes
No,
it will seem as if we don't have a choice in the matter, because sometimes I would have said, like, I already had no choice here, but really and truly,
but
we
true.
have a choice.
I would say that maybe they weighed the pros and cons because, like I said, some of them may not have been educated fully like how we are educated now to go and find, and some of them would have had like a whole set of children. They didn't have like one or two like now. A whole set of children
Exactly.
to go and find somewhere to rest your head at night with all these set of children to find ways to feed these children because the man was out there. He was maybe planting and working, so food coming in, income coming in. So now it's this
Mhm.
woman who not educated to go and try and find a way. And some of them went from their own parents' house to the man's
Straight into
house.
the man's house.
So
Exactly. And they
in a
don't know what, they have no work experience.
yeah, so in a sense they have no choice, but they made the choice to say, you know what? It have security here. I would just have to put up with it. And
Yeah.
they bend over backwards for the choice of the children and security and so forth.
Yeah. So I'm saying that's how the
Would
world is.
have a choice.
Women pick men that profit them. A stable man that has a price.
Well,
But I see
yes.
women, I see women stay with men and the man is not no price. I don't know what the price is, but
For true.
I see no price. It's like,
Lots.
why she still with a man? It's licks left, right, and center. You ain't really getting no money at the end of the day.
It's
Nothing going on. It have nothing going on, but the still with the man. The man is not price.
the
The man
place
have
that
no land, he have no house. It's
you have no
nothing. It have
ambition
nothing
whatsoever.
going. And women stay, so why they choose to stay?
I have no idea.
Like
Even ask
why?
that, like, why?
They probably, like Sonali said, wait
Vanessa is
for
saying to stay, and but what is the pro? That is the thing. Like, what is really the pro?
well,
I don't know
think
how to
about
see it.
it
I
like
say I don't know if it is, some women say, "Whew, the sex is really, really good." Can sex really
no.
keep the woman despite what it is if they get abused? The man has no ambition, nothing can. The bedroom really just keep the woman.
No.
I mean, sometimes these are women without children, so it's not like say, it's same for the child or it's same for the children. They just stay with the man.
Why? I don't
You
know.
mean you're gonna treat me, bring me down, bring down my self-esteem? I'm gonna be so depressed. I may even contemplate suicide, just to get away from you. But when you think about it, nowadays it have facilities for these kind of stuff. Right? Over here, if I'm in London and I'm going through that, I could be asked to get out and they put me in Scotland. But
Right.
back then, where
I didn't
would you
have that. I
go?
didn't have that.
You know?
Yeah, back then
All these children,
that is
where
true.
would you go? So you may not even have a choice, even if you did weigh the pros and cons. So
Some choose to run away, some choose to fight and get out. It have some who even, what they used to say, pour oil in the man, hot oil in the man is when he's sleeping. Right? So Lion is saying the body count lowers a woman's worth.
But raises a man's.
Yeah,
which is
apparently so.
which is a real double standard and
It is.
kind of weird.
This is some double standard thing.
No, I don't think
So
I want to
Vanessa is saying,
I I don't think I want to get with a man who has been around the village, and added me to their count. And we in a club, and every single woman in the club had a piece of him. No,
huh.
ew. Ah.
Well, Gail, I don't even know what to say about that right now. But the fact is, anyhow we take it in society, that's just how it is. Once it is the woman's body count is high, it's like, she's been around. And for the man, it's like a brush off. It's nothing. It's nothing. I mean, since in school, but it have some women who don't believe in that. They would not appreciate that. They would say, no, I'm not going with a man who has been around the block and wherever, or around the whole country, not even just the village, because it have men, they have a family in this,
America, have one in Britain, have
yeah,
one in
have one
Jamaica.
over here. Sando, Shogona, Sporter, Spain, down in Togo, they have, no, I mean like all around the country, they have children, like everywhere.
Wow.
It's like normal, right? So children saying there's no man that wants a woman with a high body count. That's just how it is. Now, I've heard some women actually saying, like, persons who would be virgins, they will say that they want a man who is experienced. I've heard that. And I mean, the only way that the man will have experience is if he's been around. I don't know if you all ever heard any female say, yeah, I want someone who's experienced. I've heard it with my own twins.
Yeah,
I've heard it.
That will make sense. But yeah.
I've heard it.
So in
Yeah,
order
so,
for
I
you
mean,
to be with someone, you have to know he has been around the block and then some to welcome
like I
him in
saying,
your poor area.
virgin is the highest quality.
It have
Have you seen-
potions and creams to fix that lion.
I don't think no. The push. No, I think that is something different when it comes to. Well, I know some people really tightness, but still there's a difference. There's a difference.
I would know.
There,
I've just
yeah,
I wouldn't even know.
yeah, there's a difference, and I guess the men just know what the difference is. So there's a difference. Yeah, there's a difference.
See, it have some of them now women lie to them and tell them, yeah, it's a virgin, and them fellas real going in thinking, yeah, she was a virgin. And then here now a couple months later, boy, I hit that like how much years ago. Some of them, and I've heard a story like that before.
the
So-
elastic,
Right. So
the elastic
that's
thingy down there. It's immaculate when you work on it, lion. You know
like
what
I
I
say,
mean?
no man has been there but him, the ultimate right. And explain what I mean there? Ultimate right. Oh my gosh. Yes, so ladies, we've recognized that yes, women they may change things about themselves. Some women even change. They may have had plans, but they may change, just to really join, and help their partner then meet their goals. It have women who give up their work. It have women who give up their passion. It have women that actually literally give up what it is they want for their partner. And I think that is real acrobatic, right? I mean, nobody should really have to, but there are women who do it, and in the end, they maybe really get the shitty end of the stick. Yeah? That's my point. Now, that guy can say he was there. Right? So, It will have somebody saying, yeah, I touched that. And another thing that's what I tell some persons may be virgin, but they may have had oral. What is really virgin? And then it have chastity. So, I mean, girls, they may not have gotten that vaginal penetration, but they would have done other acts. And that still lowers their value, because I mean, when in school days, it had have girls who would not have been penetrated, but they had oral. They were like it had people who were known as what would you call them, boy? Something dollar, cause it's a dollar fast suck, you know. Give me $1 and I will give you a blow. Yeah.
The only dollar I know is Dollar Jam, and that was to raise funds for your
No,
classroom.
no. And no, there are girls that will collect dollars. I will give you a little blow, a little whistle, and pass it dollars. And that's all they do, you know. And their name is all wrong. No man gets inside but him. That is the ultimate value to all men. Right? So it have hi Kavira again. It have girls that do this. I don't know. The schools that I went to, it had girls that did this, like literally.
There are certain religions, and you might know the religion, because they have to be a virgin when they get married, but they still want to be out there. They do anal, you know.
Yeah.
Either my school was full of saints, or we know how to keep secrets real good, because they know nothing about that.
Yeah, yes, yeah. It must have one girl on the block.
Okay. Yeah, I should say we would speculate. It have those
right.
And then it will have who you speculate. I would say more speculate, because I didn't go outright and be like, yeah, that person, but
right. But it has some cases, no speculation. I always had this, I will never forget. In secondary school, the principal actually brought a girl and a boy out in assembly on top of the stage with the chair. They were doing their stuff on. I will never forget that. I think that would have been the most embarrassing moment of their lives. In assembly, the man bring on the chair, on the stage,
you know
the boy, yeah.
I like that principle. I would do something like that to children. I honestly would, and I'm not gonna lie to my own self or lie. I would do something like that. You want to do thing? Show your school, teach us all. Don't be in secret, teach everyone.
And who you think is going to get the brunt of that? The boy or the girl?
The girl, of course. We already know the girl.
Yeah, right? the girl. But the boy was made. Everybody was laughing at all of them, and I mean, like both of them were laughed at because I mean they got caught, right? And that is like the most embarrassing. Yeah, you got caught.
You get laughed at the assembly, but come break time, I sure them boys was like, boy, you get you, like what you and poor girl. Like, everybody was like,
yeah, that will be like everybody going to remember that for the rest of their life. So people, but like me, I don't know. I don't know if anybody else remember, but I definitely did. So people, tomorrow is Sweaty Sunday. I'm hoping sometime for the year I'll be with her present. Right? And personally, it's not the kind of like aerobics kind of thing. So, and she may not even get a five. I ain't getting absurd to do that. Right? But you all know Sweaty Sundays on, right? Get a broomstick. So tomorrow is broomstick workout. Right? We will be going low, we will be going high, we will be doing some oscillation. So be prepared. Yes, so and don't forget, meals prepared by Sonali during the week. We have guilt-free breakfast and lunch. Right? Things are on a roll right now. Guilt-free breakfast. I don't know if you all saw Wayland's video. You know, you have to be inside. Right? So guilt-free. And then Carnival Friday, people. We still call it Carnival Friday. We open things open back up, but it's still Carnival Friday. Guiltless lunch is barbecue fish or chicken. So make sure you start placing your orders. Yeah, start placing your orders. Yeah. And of course the top ups, don't forget to top up anywhere and anytime. Yeah. Yeah, don't forget to top up. Yes. So it was nice. Next week we'll be coming back with a bacchanal, ladies. If it is a no, I mean, one hand don't clap. One hand don't clap. So if it is you know that you given, don't say, well, yeah, you're gonna continue bending and you're not receiving anything, you're not receiving love, you're not receiving respect, you ain't receiving nothing, then I mean, like really, what is the point? Some person may say, no, I'm not going into the relationship to receive anything. But you really do go into it actually looking for peace, love, whatever it is, sex or whatever it is you're going into the relationship for, you're going in it for something. So make sure that you're going in it for something, nobody can say, nah, I just there with the person. No, that don't make no sense. You're in it for something. Sex, whether it's sex, love, money, just companionship, because sometimes that's all somebody wants, companionship. Just make sure you give what you receive. Yeah, so Vanessa saying, it was a good topic. Please, thanks for locking on. Yes, we'll be keeping it up, keeping it pumping. Let me know when you're ready to jump back out on a Sunday, because I know you was on the inside. Yeah, and we'll be keeping it for that is bacchanal. It is the pieces are coming together. Yes, the pieces are definitely coming together with much more, much more. I hope nobody enter in Alana's situation this year or no time soon, because I don't know how we go handle it now. I don't know how we will handle it. Abby earlier before we came on, Abby said she's not going with nobody to bend, no way, no how. That might change, That might change.
It may change, yes, but I'm loving it as it is. Yeah.
Yeah, loving the singleness. I know some persons, I mean, it's a time when you could really build yourself, get to know yourself better, get to, work on things you wouldn't get to work on if it is you're actually in a relationship. Yeah, and something that I would like to leave though is that when it is sometimes you're there for others, make sure you are there for yourself. Like really, be there for yourself. Yeah. So it was nice. Good night. See you.